Okay, so will Conor McGregor compete in UFC or any other MMA promotion ever again? He's fought Mayweather now. He got to the 10th round. He made a lot of money out of that. A lot of money. But I mean, I'm very interested to see what he does now. A lot of sportsmen like him, mostly boxers and MMA fighters who make their money when they retire or take long periods of time out of the ring, it's where things go wrong. Tyson Fury, he's had his ban lifted. He's no longer banned. But he went completely off the rails. Ricky Hatton. I could list multiple sportsmen. O.J. Simpson's a very famous one. Who's O.J. Simpson you speak of? He was an NFL player and then an actor, and he murdered his wife and got away with it, and then he committed armed robbery and got released early. But yeah, I can see Conor McGregor ending up going off the rails if he doesn't do something, because he's that kind of energetic individual. He comes from a working class background where money was tight, and now he's got hundreds of millions. I can see him competing again, whatever, if it's Bellator, UFC, another MMA promotion. If they get his wet signature on a piece of paper, the press coverage will go nuts. It will increase the interest in the sport. But no, I can see him definitely competing in a MMA promotion, most likely UFC. He has a title to defend. Whether it's soon, I don't know. Whether it's next year, I don't know. If he does retire, he's retired at a weird time. It is interesting. I think he is the most famous Irishman at the moment. So it is very interesting. I'm trying to work out why he decided to do the Mayweather bout. I really am. But at the same time, it was his choice. It made a lot of money. It created a lot of interest. More people were starting to get interested in UFC and Bellator and other MMA promotions. He has made some interesting statements about Bellator, and I don't think they will sign him, but they are the main competitor to UFC. We shall see where he ends up. I think he will fight again. There are rumours he will. There is a vacant title, well, the title that he has to defend. So we'll have to see what happens with that. I can see him going down to his old weight division, which he dominated. But again, have to wait and see. He has all this money now. He might even have a rematch with Mayweather. Honestly, anything's possible with McGregor. He's so unpredictable. It'd be very interesting. He's been very, very quiet on social media and in the news. There's nothing really about him. He hasn't given any interviews. He hasn't said anything. Other MMA fighters have said, look, you're going to defend this title, or can we now compete for it? Because he owns a belt, basically. He has a title. He's the belt holder. He's the title he has to defend, or he has to vacate. And not a lot's really happened on that front, which is interesting. If he is to vacate it, then that is a general sign that he may have called it a day in his fighting days. But if he defends it, that makes it exceptionally interesting. If he chooses not to vacate, that means there is still at least a minimum of a few more fights in him. Definitely one. He's still reasonably young. He's still reasonably fit. We shall just have to see, does he still have the desire for it? I honestly believe with his kind of personality and his kind of energy levels, he does, but we shall see. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Really a random video. I haven't done any UFC, Bellator, any kind of MMA videos before, but Conor McGregor, he is a talking point. He's not necessarily the most divisive figure, but he's definitely a controversial figure in martial arts. So we might as well discuss him. It'd be rude of me not to. I do like a bit of the odd UFC. Some of the highlight reel moves are quite hilarious. But at the same time, he still gets image rights from the games, the games console games, the computer games of UFC. He's still on the image rights for that. There's all sorts of stuff that he makes money off doing nothing these days. But we'll have to see like what his career path does. I honestly believe he does fight again. That is my personal opinion. I do believe he will step back in a cage or back in a ring. He may even decide to box again. He might decide boxing's the way for him. But we shall have to see. It's all up in the air. We don't know what's going on. But it's interesting. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.